हेलो 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 1 2 का 4 4 2 का 1। Hello, hello, Buddha Institute of Technology. Hello, 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 hello.
आप सभी लोगों का बुद्धा पॉलिटेक्निक कॉलेज के इस फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट प्रोग्राम के डे 4 में हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन है। आज के हमारे इस सेशन में डॉक्टर विपिन कुमार सर, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड इंजीनियरिंग, सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी मोतिहारी बिहार, जो कि हमारे बीच आ चुके हैं। तो मैं चाहता हूं कि जोरदार तालियों से सर का स्वागत किया जाए। किसी भी कार्यक्रम की शुरुआत हम करते हैं तो सबसे पहले सरस्वती वंदना के तरह ही शुरू करते हैं। तो मैं समय न वेस्ट करते हुए हमारे की रिसोर्स पर्सन डॉक्टर विपिन कुमार सर, डायरेक्टर एचआर सर, एफडीपी के कोऑर्डिनेटर हमारे शोभालाल सर, हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट्स मैकेनिकल, सिविल, इलेक्ट्रिकल, हेड रिसर्च को मैं आमंत्रित करना चाहता हूं कि आए और फैसिलिटेट काम करें। सरस्वती वंदना के बाद अब अगले हम अपने प्रोसेस में चलते हैं कि जो हमारे की नोट स्पीकर हैं, मैं उनका एक बार आपको इंट्रोडक्शन करा देता हूं कि वो किस फील्ड में हैं अपने। डॉक्टर विपिन कुमार सर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड आईटी, महात्मा गांधी सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी मोतिहारी बिहार। सर के जो इंटरेस्ट हैं वो टाइम सीरीज एनालिसिस, मशीन लर्निंग, डाटा माइनिंग एंड टेस्ट माइनिंग में है। डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ दिल्ली में सर ने अपना वर्क किया यहाँ पे। डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड इंफॉर्मेशन टेक्नोलॉजी महात्मा गांधी सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी बिहार में भी सर ने अपने 7 ईयर्स वहाँ पे अपने दिए हैं टीचिंग में। जवाहरलाल यूनिवर्सिटी न्यू दिल्ली इंडिया, PhD in computer science from School of Computer Science and System Sciences, MTech Computer Science and Technology, School of Computer Science and System Sciences in 2012. Suitable for being considered for the post with a PhD in computer science from a reputed institute like Jawaharlal Nehru University, focused on cutting edge area of in symbol learning for high dimensional data classification. और सर के अवार्ड्स हम जो देख सकते हैं वो CSIR सीनियर रिसर्च फेलोशिप इन कंप्यूटर साइंस इन 2015, UGC नेट इन कंप्यूटर साइंस एंड एप्लीकेशंस इन 2012। सर के इस समय ऑनगोइंग प्रोजेक्ट्स जो हैं जिसपे वो इस समय वर्क चल रहा है, वो डिजाइन एंड डेवलपमेंट ऑफ फ्रेमवर्क फॉर बायोमेडिकल वेस्ट segregation using Internet of Things and machine learning approach to elevate the Swachh Bharat in Hospital of Uttar Pradesh. And it is funded by Council of Science and Technology CST, Department of Science and Technology उत्तर प्रदेश. तो ये सर के अभी ऑनगोइंग प्रोजेक्ट्स चल रहे हैं, बहुत सारे सर के पब्लिकेशंस भी हैं, जर्नल्स भी हैं, और हमारे बीच जो बैठे हैं वो एक बहुत ही इमिनेंट पर्सनालिटी हैं. तो मैं चाहता हूं कि जोरदार तालियों से सर का एक बार स्वागत करें कि जो अपने बहुमूल्य समय निकाल के हमारे बीच उपस्थित हुए हैं हमारे सेशंस को लेने के लिए. तो संस्था के स्तर पे सर का वेलकम और फेलिसिटेशन कराने के लिए मैं स्टेज पर डॉक्टर विपिन कुमार सर को आमंत्रित करना चाहता हूं. सर स्टेज पर आएं. एफडीपी कोऑर्डिनेटर डॉक्टर शोभालाल सर, बुद्धा ग्रुप एसोसिएशन के डायरेक्टर 4 मिस्टर संतोष कुमार त्रिपाठी सर, सर स्टेज पर आए सर. हेड रिसर्च बुद्धा पॉलिटेक्निक कॉलेज सर. हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट मैकेनिकल बुद्धा इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी मिस्टर शारिक हयाज सर. विजयकांत सर से मैं आग्रह करूंगा कि सर को बैच लगाकर सम्मानित करें सर. तालियां बजती रहें सर, जिससे कि उत्साहवर्धन सबका होता रहेगा. वेलकम सर. बुद्धा के हमारे मूवमेंटो मैं मंच पर उपस्थित हमारे डायरेक्टर एचआर महोदय से मैं आग्रह करूंगा कि सर आज एफडीपी के चौथे दिन डे 4 में हमारे की नोट स्पीकर और हमारे सारे कोऑर्डिनेटर्स पार्टिसिपेंट्स के लिए 2 शब्द अपने बताएं.
Thank you, sir. We started this ATAL FDP on Monday, and today is the 4th day. On behalf of Buddha Group of Institutions, and especially Buddha Polytechnic College, the host institution, I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Vipin Kumar. He is a very learned personality in his chosen field, and we are very grateful that he took time out of his busy schedule to come and grace the occasion. The topic of the FDP is very relevant, the artificial intelligence. It is dominating the every walk of life. And I'm very surprised and pleased to know that the topic of today's session is role of AI in controlling the domestic violence. Very relevant topic. And I hope the learned speaker will cover all the aspects of the topic and we all will be benefited from this session. Thank you, sir, and best of luck for this session. Thank you.
Thank you sir for your kind words. And so we are proceeding for our session start, session number 1. So sir, it's a request to came on stage and start the session. Rahul sir, kindly coordinate this sir.
Thank you, sir. And I'm very thankful to the institute, and I'm thankful to the on the dais and of the dais, all the faculty members. Hopefully, we will enjoy today, right? Because in the today's session, I'm just focusing on the practical aspect, right? Because everyone know about the AI, but how AI is going to work and how the functionality is going to happen is sometimes we don't know about it, right? So we will see how the practical things are going on, okay? Behind the background, what we are seeing in front of the social media and other places, right? So we can start the topic here. Like the topic has suggested by the institute that artificial intelligence controlling domestic violence, right? So first of all, we have to understood about the what is artificial intelligence, right? Because everyone is saying nowadays, everyone is saying about the AI, right? They are frequently using the what is the AI means that it means that AI artificial means the things which is not humanoid, right? Which cannot be a part of nature, okay? And intelligence means the person who can analyze oneself, take the decision by oneself using some specific number of experience, the facts previously they have taken, right? So both are getting combined. And if you talk about the artificial means, nowadays you can think about the computer system, right? Computer system is the hardware where you can give the data, they can analyze the data, and they can produce the decision out of it, right? So if you if you talk about the human aspect, so we are doing the same thing since beginning of our like a childhood. We are perceiving our data, right, in terms of visual aspect, in terms of audio, in terms of touching, in terms of physical appearance of somebody, right? So those are the data is what it is, a different kind of data we are receiving in our mind to train ourselves, right? And ultimately you cannot remember everything, because if I ask just revise your 20 years journey till now here, you cannot remember everything. But what you are remembering in terms of experience, that if something got happen like this, then I'll take the decision like this, right? That means that those are the things are the outcome of the multiple experiences. What is experience means? Experience means that whatever the sample of data you have utilized till now your throughout the life journey, right? The person who is doing whole lot of work, that means that person has multiple experience, right? Multiple dimension of experience. Okay, so in it means that they have multiple type of data. Nowadays, if you talk about the religions, right? So in the Hindu mythology, it is usually say that कि ज्ञान तभी मिलेगा जब आप चारों धाम की यात्रा करेंगे, right? Now come, I will try to connect Charo Dham with AI, right? How this Charo Dham is more relevant to the AI also. Like if आपको बहुत ज्ञान लेना है तो चारों धाम की यात्रा करोगे, right? Without चारों धाम की यात्रा, you will not have a sufficient enough of knowledge to suggest somebody, right? Ajay Baba, right? चारों धाम में होता क्या है? If you take the geographical location of the चारों धाम, it has a different location of the whole country, right? Means if you're walking through the by step one dham to another dham, you have to face whole lot of places, right? You have to stay, you have to talk, you have to another think that this area has such kind of food, this area has such kind of culture, this area has such kind of benefit in the society, kind of things. So once you revolve around the charo dham, you have whole lot of knowledge with a different perspective, different religion, different kind of person, attitude of person, everything, right? Then you are summarizing in in the fact that this is an actual sentence which can suitable to the everyone, right? तो वो जो सेंटेंसेस जो बनता है वो बनता है इसलिए है क्योंकि आपने मल्टीपल एक्सपीरियंसेस किए, राइट? अब वो एक्सपीरियंसेस का मतलब कि आपके पास सैंपल्स बहुत सारे आए, सोशल सैंपल्स आए। लाइक इफ आप देखते हो कि यदि आपको रोज 100 क्वेश्चंस पूछा जाए, राइट? तो आप 100 डे पे आपके पास बहुत सारा एक्सपीरियंस होगा, बिकॉज जो क्वेश्चंस का जो आंसर है उसकी एक्सपीरियंसेस आपको बहुत मैटर करती हैं, राइट? तो जो फैक्ट्स हम लोग के पास आए, क्योंकि हम लोग अभी ह्यूमन इंटेलिजेंस की बात कर रहे हैं कि यदि इफ यू वांट टू हैव अ मोर नॉलेज, यू हैव टू गो टू द चारों धाम काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, राइट? In the similar way, in the artificial intelligence always says that if you are providing a whole lot of amount of data, the different type of data, they will learn a lot, right? For example, nowadays everyone is very fascinated about the LLM models like Chat GPT, right? Everyone is agree about it. Chat GPT is doing a whole lot of things. So how they are doing? Because they have learned a lot with the multiple perspectives of the data, which is available on over the internet, data sources and multiple places, right? We'll come to the Chat GPT in terms of domestic violence prevention and all. But my point is that how the things are getting learned, there's only one thing, the data, right? And data is the one of the important things nowadays, everyone has it. I will take you back in the previous 20, 30 year industry area. Earlier you have heard about that most of the company are service oriented company, service. कि कोई कार चला रहा है, कोई किसी का सर्विस दे रहा है, कोई सॉफ्टवेयर सर्विस दे रहा है. Nowadays every company has turned up as a data oriented company, right? Even Facebook is providing your free services. They are utilizing your data, right? In the app, every time you are installing, they're asking some terms and condition. So they're asking your accessing of photos, right, and text, videos, audios, everything they are asking, microphone, everything. So if you are allowing them to give you the text messages to access, audio, videos, and photos are accessing, this is the whole, you can say that this is your whole life, right? They are taking the data from you and they are trying to churn out in such a manner where those data can be sell out to somebody else. Like I can give you the example, like we have taken some of the student and we have analyzed our Motihari city Facebook data, right? How we have analyzed it during the election time. We were trying to see that how the people are discussing together, right, over the social media. In that terms you can actually identify that which party is going to how much approximate amount of vote, right? It is very big things, because you can tell the person that this much amount of vote you are having it, and other party can also get into that कि my मेरा एरिया जो है वो बहुत इफेक्टिव नहीं हो रहा है, तो वो अपने पॉलिटिकल लीडर्स को भेज के वहां पे अपना इन्फ्लुएंस बना सकते हैं, राइट? सो डेटा इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नाउअडेज, and we have to not disclose our data frequently in the social media itself. That is one things you can have it, because it leads very strong things. One of the things I can tell you that everyone is nowadays everyone is wearing the smartwatch, right? To feel like I'm smart, and they, because pulse rate and everything is there, phone calls and everything is there, right? But smartwatch is also watching your step count. Everyone is very worried about if they are more than 35, 40 years above their age, they're worried about the health conscious, right? They're walking. Just think about that. If I'm counting your 10,000 step per day, so after 10, 20 years, I can tell you that how much diseases you are going to have it. That is one of the analysis. Nowadays, every company are using these data. Like a smartwatch is not a smartwatch. They are just taking the data from you. It personalized data. Then what they can do, they can sell those data to the insurance company to charge you more, right? Because they know that in the coming future you are going to have a diabetic situation because you are not walking. Okay, you are less walking and you are heavily walking. That means it may occur like a heart attack issues and like this. So these data is very important. So the fact is that artificial intelligence having their intelligence not only about the data. If you have a data, then artificial intelligence is very intelligent, right? So let's come back to the topic. So that's how the artificial intelligence things are happening. So now, in terms of the domestic violence, in this lecture, I would cover the types of domestic violence. and statistics, which is highly required to understand that how the domestic violence is happening throughout the world. Challenges, what is the challenges is happening to prevent it, role of technology, and AI-based capability, which is called the machine learning. When we are talking about the artificial intelligence, then most of the part goes to the machine learning things, right? Apart from the other things, the real life examples, based help prevention and domestic violence, and list of some of important app which can be utilized during the domestic violence and all, which is provided by the government of India itself. So first of all, everyone understood about the domestic violence, right? Somehow they have heard about that domestic violence. So domestic violence is simple definitions I have taken from the Harvard website. They are saying that if you are indulged, the domestic violence is the behavior like a physical, like abuse and anything kind of combination of your intimate partner, means the close relatives, which where you are living together and everything. That is called the domestic violence, right? So if you talk about the domestic violence, then how many times we are having it? Most of the people like this. The domestic violence topic is new topic for me, which can be connected to the my area of interest like artificial intelligence. So FDP does not mean that faculty development program for you also. As expert, it is my responsibility to learn something else, right? Apart from my area, I can tell you that how effectively can be taken the knowledge of AI together with the domestic violence. So there is a four type of domestic violence usually happen. Physical violence, everyone know about it. Somebody pushing, beating, choking, and everything. That is physical violence. Less prioritized violence, we can say that that is emotional and psychological abuse, right? That means if somebody is abusing, somebody is scolding, somebody is humiliating to somebody in the within premises, that is also the domestic violence. But sometimes, what as a social perspective, sometimes people are ignorant. For example, if a husband is beating to the wife, so what the neighbors are saying, "अरे पति है मार रहा है क्या दिक्कत है?" Right? That is also a neglected things that where the people are ignoring the domestic violence based on their religions. I'm not saying that a particular religion, many religions have their domestic violence, and they have social justice ideas to avoid with the domestic violence, right? So this is a less ignorant domestic violence people are understanding. And third is, it's very less common people are understanding that domestic violence can be happening in terms of finance also. Like somebody have steal your card, they are using without your consent, without your permission, and they are abusing your money for own personal benefits. That is also kind of abuse. That is domestic violence. It can be understood like this. Cyber and digital abuse. Cyber and digital abuse, everyone understood that nowadays people are frequently abusing over the social medias, right? If you talk about the YouTube. So YouTube, if you post, somebody is posting, there is a two group. One group is favoring the particular things. Another group is not favoring the things, right? They are discussing together. For example, I can take nowadays whole social media is divided into two parts, right? You have heard about the multiple cases like one female, he she killed her husband and put it in the box, right? Drum, है ना? ब्लू ड्रम था, उस पे बहुत सारे मीम्स भी बने थे, काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, राइट? सो अब दूसरा ये कि कोई वाइफ थी, वो अपने मुंह दिखाई के पैसे से हस्बैंड का किल कराई. अभी रिसेंटली इट इज हैपनिंग ओवर द सोशल मीडिया. द पर्सन हु इज स्क्रॉलिंग द शॉर्ट videos, they know about it, right? Another was that there that one girl is trying to kill she trying to kill her husband, buying biting up the snake multiple time, कि उसे सांप से उसे डसवा देंगे तो वो एक नेचुरल डेथ लगेगा rather than killing, right? So people are over the social media, they are just having two situations. One is supporting, one is not supporting, right? The, and nowadays people are very afraid. They have multiple memes and insecurity also ki it can be happen with me also, right? But the but the data is very different, right? We most of the male societies are agreeing that okay, nowadays it is very difficult to live with a woman who can done something to me, right? But the data is far different. If you talk about the global statistics, so out of 3 women, 1 woman is facing the domestic violence. We are discussing about the some like an outlier event, and we are just concluding that this is happening in the society. No, the data is very far different. If you talk about the overall world, so out of 3 women, one is getting facing in terms of domestic violence. If you count the in number, the 736 million women are every year they are facing into that. So if somebody is arguing like that, so you can tell the data, right? Because people are feeling that the happening something with the woman is a common thing, but we are not realizing how much common is going to worse here, right? And out of these 38% of female murdered by their husband or maybe her boyfriends, right, throughout the world. If something like happening throughout the society, so there's a massive economics default is happening, right? Default in terms of, you can say that 2% of GDP of whole world, that is 1.5 trillion annually. You can say that it is more than the entire Canadian economy, right? Why it is costing too much? Because if one person is uh, have domestic violence, so that person is unable to do anything, like they cannot serve the society, right, in terms of job, in terms of family, anything. That is one thing. Second thing is that health issues are occurring, right? They are going to have the hospitals and they are making the burden out of it, right? and and other things like productivity loss, legal expenses, and social services, everything is happening in terms of domestic violence. That's why we are heavily cost over it, right? So if you are minimizing this, that means we are also saving the human life, right, their services, and in terms of cost also. If you talk about the critical understanding of gap, so that is very important thing, right? 40% of the person who face the domestic violence, they are don't understand that they are facing the domestic violence. That means they are not actually understood that domestic violence is happening with her or him, both I'm talking about. So that is the problem. Severe health and social impact. If somebody is not okay with their own premises, like domestic violence is a single premises is happening, so they cannot serve to the society, they cannot indulge with the festival, they cannot indulge with the relations, relatives and other places. That is also one of the problematic things. And this is the one of the case study I have taken, that in COVID-19, 45% women had reported increased violence. It means during the pandemic situations, domestic violence usually increased, right? That is one of the examples people have analyzed that. So that is the multiple reasons it may happen. Like if husband has lost their job, he has to uh, stay with the families and other things. Financial crunches is happening. Then family members are usually they are arguing with the multiple facts and their opinions and all. So that's how the domestic violence has increased 45% during the COVID-19, right? So these are the things are there. Now, I just taken that how the tradition, what are the traditional challenges we are having it to prevention of domestic violence. First of all, challenges is that hidden nature and isolation. That is biggest problem, because somebody is facing the domestic violence, especially women. So women has to stay at home, right? It means that the person who is doing the domestic violence, they are not going to allow that particular person to get out from home, to talk someone, to have the conversation with somebody, right? So that's how the isolation has the biggest problem, that nobody is taking care about that. The person who is staying in the home, he can communicate or maybe she can communicate, or right? That is the biggest problem. And that particular problem, the AI has their opportunity, like emphasizing why traditional observation method is failed. So this particular challenges is taken as an opportunity by the artificial intelligence, how it can be solved. We will see in the next slide how these problems can be solved through the artificial intelligence, right? So fear-based underreporting. This is one of the biggest problem we are having it, especially for the women in the Indian society. That uh, we can say that I can take the one example of the Delhi when Nirbhaya Kand has happened. Right, everyone know about that particular Kand. So it has been observed that the reporting of the rape cases has increased suddenly. Why? Can anybody tell why it has happened? Because if something got happened, then it should be reduced, right? As per the government data and as per the social understanding, it should be reduced. But suddenly, the data of reporting the rape cases has increased. Anybody can tell what is the problem was there? What is the reason behind that? Any idea? Idea? I'm not asking about the exact fact, but whatever notion you are having it. Yes. Yes.
Hello.
Okay. So the people have argued that ki after happening this, a whole lot of things has been created and the laws has been made something, but still the rape cases have increased. It is not just rape cases has increased means the person has aware of that particular things, and the person who has fear based understanding under reporting, they have reported to the specific systems, right? That's how it has increased. So it means the fear is very one of the problematic things, that like in a female itself, they are usually say that if I say to the my mother, or if I say to the my neighbors, so it will come to the in the different way, it will kill you, kill my relation with my husband or maybe somebody else, right? That's how the fear is very important part, have the role of it. So in that case, showing the detection gap, AI can help the breach. That means you need such kind of systems where fearlessly you can ask them, you can find out what is going on, how I can prevent it, how can restore my energy in terms of the domestic violence and everything. So there is also gap, inconsistent response and systems, right? This is one of the things where the physical systems like police stations, some laws are there, they are not consistent to directly respond to the domestic violence. It takes time, right? If you are reporting to the police station, the FIR has been lost, some people will come, there's a whole lot of long processes happening, right? The people are costing too much their physical and mental and health, everything they are losing over it. In that case, reveal coordination problem AI could solve. Through the AI, the coordination can be maintained. Limited real-time intervention, right? So real-time intervention is primarily reactive rather than the preventive. Here I can tell you the three words. That is, one is reactive, another is proactive, and third is preventive. Proactive word is not here, but there's three word which is very important if you are working with the computer science, some other area, and I'm telling you what the things are going on in terms of three words. So reactive means that if something got happened, then the system is going to see what has happened, how it can be solved, or something like that, right? And preventive means, that means before occurring the things, you have to identify the problem and try to resolve before happening the things, right? And proactive means if something got occur at the beginning of the stage, right? And you have gone there and you have solved that particular problem. So nowadays, what is the focus of AI is that AI always focus on the preventive mode, right? Preventive mode, that is called predictive modeling. Okay. Or recently we have seen the situation that a plane crash has happened, right? Hyderabad. Everyone, we are very sad about that. And the language translation, we can say that somebody has scolded to somebody, abused to somebody with a different language, right? So how do you know that the person is scolding me or praising me? In that case, you need to have a systems where the translation must be occur. Nowadays, we are focusing through the LLM that the person who is having the specific language, they can read and understood in their own language itself, where the LLM and that AI module is also working over it instead of learning to the another language, right? If nowadays I think some mobiles, the smart mobile have that features. If you are roaming around throughout the country, if you go to the south, then you just open your mobile and have the earbud. So if somebody is speaking to the one particular language, you can hear to the Hindi language itself, maybe English language itself. They are direct person to person. They are translating to each other. So it helps you out to find out the person who is abusing in terms of different language or not, right? So these are the things are happening with the connection with the domestic violence itself. And second type is the general AI, that human level intelligence across all the domains, right? Till now, we are not achieved this particular second type of things, right? Or based on the yes.
All participants are requested that please keep away your mobile phone from your body. You have been given notebook and you have pen and paper. So please note down the important topic because you have to answer some multiple questions also.
Yes, but based on the today PPT, you have to have a quiz, right? It's totally relevant to it.
Mobile and others and passing the time. This is not the way we are taking part in that.
Sir, we have very beautiful audience. Nobody is doing like this, right? Even I'm trying to, they cannot do it, right? So, so second is the strong AI. We are just approaching to the human intelligence, right? Nowadays, the LLM, like why I'm telling LLM is there, because large language modeling, that is called, you know about the Chat GPT. Background of the Chat GPT is LLM modeling, right? Which is called the artificial intelligence, and it is based on the neural network modeling itself. So LLM is providing the human intelligence kind of capability, right? Suppose that you're giving us some research paper. If you're asked the question that tell me the 5 flaws of this particular paper, they can tell you, right? So this particular of intelligence usually the human has. They can read the papers, they can find out the flaws of it, right? But till now, before 2 year back and others, we cannot do it through the intelligence, artificial intelligence. But nowadays we have it. If you want to summarize the particular things, rephrase the things, you can change your intention particular paragraph, you can do it as per the human capability. So we are approaching to the journal like a strong AI, and I'm sure we are in next 10 year we are going to achieve to the artificial super intelligence. This is very factual things I'm telling as per my experience. I'm not quoting any facts and anything. As per my area of experience, I'm telling we are going to achieve artificial super intelligence in next 10 years. Why? I will take you a little bit back to the computation part, right? अब जो हम लोग के पास जो एआई जो वर्ड आया है, वो एआई वर्ड जो बहुत फ्लैश आउट हुआ है, वो डीप लर्निंग से हुआ है। डीप लर्निंग एक मशीन लर्निंग का एक पर्टिकुलर एरिया है जहाँ पे हम इनपुट देते हैं और बहुत फास्ट वो चीज़ों को रिकॉग्नाइज करता है और उस हिसाब से वो डिसीजन देता है। जो डीप लर्निंग है वो इतना इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया है कि आपकी जैसे इमेज लिया और आप बता देगा कितने लोग बैठे हैं, राइट? कितने इमोशन से बैठे हैं और क्या क्या कर रहे हैं, उनके हाथ में क्या है, उनके पेन है, आईडी कार्ड है, एवरीथिंग दे आर वी कैन फाइंड आउट थ्रू द डीप लर्निंग, राइट? और डीप लर्निंग का कैपेबिलिटी कैसे आई? 2010 के पहले हमारे पास न तो जीपीयू था, न तो बहुत अच्छे प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट था, राइट? हम लोग नॉर्मली वही i3 पे कह रहे थे, लेकिन बहुत अच्छा कंप्यूटेशन पावर नहीं था। जैसे ही कंप्यूटेशन पावर हमारे पास आया 2010 के बाद में, डीप लर्निंग का एक एरा आया, ठीक है? और उस एरा में डीप लर्निंग है उस कंप्यूटेशन पावर को यूज करके अभी तक जितने भी एआई आप देख रहे हो वो बनाया है, राइट? लेकिन अब नेक्स्ट लेवल ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी क्या आने वाली है? आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल मे हर्ड अबाउट द क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग, राइट? क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग एक टेक्नोलॉजी है जो अभी some of the company Google and other people, I think Willow is the one of the chip they have produced. Willow is the chip, quantum computing chip. This much chip they are having. they are saying that it is so powerful that you can say some of the study cases is also has been done that right now whatever the computer power we are having it, okay, whatever the computer power we are having it, it has one, if you have one and you place 30 zero, that much fast there. Understood? Means if one you have a 30 zero, and if you think about the where the galaxy has emerged, we have more than that, right? So in a small computing power, we have done this much, right? Understanding with processing and identifying the domestic violence, other places we are doing it. And once we receive the technology of the quantum computing, you never imagine that what you are going to do with that. Okay. So in terms of computations, we are going to have a full-fledged quantum computing in that. And on the basis of quantum computing, so AI is going to nobody can imagine how much they are going to do with that. Even I can say that whatever the nowadays deep learning, machine learning algorithms we are having it, it is all are going to vanish it. Even the cyber security what we are doing it, right, they are all going to vanish it. Because why when I'm not saying vanishing, it means that it is going to meaningless. Because if that much computations that it can done by that particular quantum computing, so cyber security has the digit, their complexity, right? Okay, nobody can break that particular sequence. So if computation power is high, then they can break this easily, right? The security system has to compromise it. So in that case, all the area of computer science is going to change. Suddenly they are going to change. And for the quantum computing, I will tell you one of the examples of people have done the experiments over it. uh, uh, they have given a particular task. We know that the NP-hard problem, right? Kind of NP-hard problem. The NP-hard problem is saying that the problem has been solved within the 5 minutes, and it is worth enough to 300 years. Now you can imagine that how the quantum computing is going to change our society, right? And quantum computing will take you the whole lot of power, like a society is, how the society is going to change, because we are facing two problems right now as per the technological era. One very problematic things nowadays, that is energy storage, right? We are still heavily dependent upon the petroleum. We are still heavily dependent upon the batteries. Our batteries has very less power and nowadays. If we evolve with the battery, like a new energy storage system with the computation power of the quantum computing.
Curriculum of computer science and engineering,
Yes,
our
sir.
student may not proceed toward quantum computing because the the so many aspects of linear algebra and others, and so many cryptographical tools and so many codings and others, they are not existing in current scenario aspects of computer science and engineering.
Yes,
So,
sir. I'm totally agree with you, sir.
so what is your opinion about it?
My opinion is that, sir, because why I'm telling it is suddenly going to vanish is that because the transition from the current and upcoming era is so fast, then it feels like it is vanishing. But we have to find out the situations where we have to cope up with the current situation of learning and the upcoming situation of learning. That's why nowadays you can see that some of the IITs are frequently doing their quantum computing workshop, training program, and other things, right? That is one way to include that particular technology within the student itself and faculty also. And second is that some of the IITs have also started with the quantum computing as a degree of master degree, right? Even the IIT Jodhpur having their full-fledged degree. So the academia is also including such kind of technology to prepare the people to tackle with them, to evolve with algorithms, to handle the situations where all the market is happening in terms of AI, in terms of physical things and all. So nowadays it is happening, but thing is that it will be, my opinion was that it will be very fast than it feels like a generation gap between the we and others, right? So it feels like vanishing, like where we were and now what we are doing right now. So that's how the quantum computings are emerging. So if you are feeling that what should be the next or the career, so one of the things quantum computing, you can follow up with the YouTube channels and other places to learn about it. So where you can help your career also, paper also, research also, and you can build our nation itself, because quantum computing is the one of the things which is the base for everyone. Even artificial intelligence has the only things that is computation power to find out, maybe to solve the problem, right? So that's how the things. And domestic violence, see, till now we have discussed the domestic violence and some AI. Now within the AI, we are actually we are focusing on the machine learning, right? Because the base, sir has said that what is the basic things are there, how it can be evolved. So to understanding the artificial intelligence in connection with the domestic violence, we have to go to the base, right? The basic things I'm just listed out here. It is not different from the topic. Why? Because we see some basics here, and we are going to see how these basics can utilize to utilize the domestic violence data to find out it is happening or not happening throughout the practical also, right? So I can ask that how many people has aware about the machine learning subject or anything, because I wanted to know the audience. Anybody has understood about the machine learning? Any? Because
They are getting your point.
okay.